Kajol, I've heard that some fashion designers in India have rock star status.
Oh yes, and Manish Malhotra is certainly one of them. He is renowned for dressing India's silver screen superstars as characters in movies and in their personal capacity.
Mela's fashion fundi Haroun will show us how to achieve that Malhotra look.
A bride always wants to be as pretty as a picture, which is perhaps what Manish Malhotra had in mind when he chose the title Portraits for his recent bridal couture collection. The silhouettes presented a contemporary interpretation of ethnic styles, including the designer's signature lehengas and floor-length anarkalis, using raw tussar silk, velvet and tulle. Naturally, a wedding is a group portrait, and the grooms were not forgotten, with a mix of executions based on the classic bandgala and knee-length sherwani. The man of the moment could choose from the masculine monochromes through to romantic costumes featuring ornate foliage motifs. Similarly, brides could select a neckline that suited their figures and personalities, ranging from dramatically scooped décolletages to zari-embellished Peter Pan collars and polo necks. While a king's ransom of gold tones formed the basis of the palette, Manish felt that red remains the bridal color for 2014. Captured in tones of rich ruby, subtle rose and regal scarlet, complemented by grapevine, emerald and beige. Lavish zari embroidery expanded on the golden theme, with mirrorwork adding to the glitter and sparkle of the embellishment, while accessories featured traditional bridal jewelry, including nose rings. Actor Aditya Roy Kapoor cut a princely figure in his embroidered sherwani, but even he couldn't draw attention away from Alia Bhatt in a stunning lehenga that revealed a seductive expanse of perfect back. As a costumier, Manish appreciates the importance of garments that add to the drama. And isn't a wedding every bride's very own showbiz production?
Manish Malhotra's opulent fabrics dazzled at this year's India Couture Week with silks, tulles and velvets. And of course, the emphasis was on intricate zari embroidery in every shade of gold. Haroun Hansrot is here to tell us more. Haroun, fabulous fabrics and colors.
Yes, this year Manish Malhotra's couture collection was fabulous. It oozed with femininity, and he showed this by using the most amazing fabrics, textures and nuances in his colors. He started off with the golds from every shade of gold, from the very pale silks, tulles, laces to very strong golds. He's also used the shellfish, and he's brought that out from nude into a much deeper, very, very feminine, almost bordering on the rose gold, which is really in at the moment.
Haroun, it's all about soft fabrics and lovely, warm colors.
Locally, I have found this most amazing piece of velvet. Isn't this beautiful?
It's gorgeous, and it's stretchy as well.
It has a bit of stretch, and it's got amazing shimmer. So if you had to use this on a bodice and team this with perhaps a lace, it could look fantastic. Manish loves using embroidery, and I found this piece locally that would make a beautiful sari or a lehenga.
This looks pretty expensive though.
Well, it looks expensive, but these pieces are used for a lehenga, so you don't use as much as you would for an entire garment. And you can always team it with these chiffons, which I've also found locally. And isn't this amazing? It has a gold shine. This piece has got the golds in it and the reds that Manish has used, which is quite strong. It's an interesting piece. You could go very shiny, or you could go very matte on the underneath and have a very similar look that Manish has created. I love the embroidery. It's digital embroidered. It's sort of three-dimensional, slightly raised, which gives a lot of texture. I found a beautiful fabric which is embroidered in the golds, which is still keeping in the palette that Manish Malhotra had used. And then if you had taken a chiffon and overlaid it, I love this effect. You still have the gold, but you have a very South African look to it.
I think it's so subtle, and I absolutely love it because I'm all for subtlety and understated elegance. Well, over-the-top trends straight from the runway translated into more ready-to-wear garments just for you and I, so that every time we walk out that door, we can make a statement.